Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello guys. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm setting up few things and we'll be with you, but yeah, I think I'm ready. So the good news, right, is that the code is ready for the deployment, which is fantastic. So I think we can deploy that functionality anytime. The only thing that we need to decide is the data. So we have decided the data. Dun 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 dun. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. The data. What does Claude want? Claude is asking me questions. Sometimes it's me asking questions to Claude, and sometimes it's vice versa. Yeah, I'm thinking to a new feature for the car game, and I'm discussing it with Claude. But she's asking more questions and giving more answers than giving. Sorry, she's asking more questions than giving answers. So, yeah, I have to provide quite a bit, but it's good. It's good. Okay, so. The problem is that we don't have this, right? We don't have this. I don't think we have this description. Do we have this description somewhere? Or we don't? And do we want to have the description now? Or do we just want to have the spoils of war? Well, in theory, we need at least two things, right? So we need a combat. We need a combat, and we need the spoils. Where the spoils is automatic, right? So this is automatically generated. So we don't. So it is. Everything here is auto-generated, right? It's just the activation, but the combat in theory should be should be so, or we well, in theory we can take it from I'm thinking if we should auto-generate the combat as well, right? In theory we can, because the combat will be pretty much a combination of the natural weapons, the natural weapons, the armor, and any potential special attack, right? Now, it would be nice if it's written in a way that is a bit more, you know, role play, but we can obviously ask the AI to help. I think on the Kikiri we can go a bit funny, right? I mean, it's a chicken, so the only question I have is, do we have any information about this already part of our lore, right, or not? That I don't know actually. I can search. I mean, it's not a problem. I can search. I can search. Where the hell was the search? Yeah, search. I'm on the other screen, 1 second. Let me search one-eyed rat. And see if we find anything. Creatures list. Creatures list. I think we also have something in the wiki, but creatures. There is a bit of description here. There is actually a bit of description here. I mean, it's not much, but there is something. Oh, there's nothing here. I mean, it's not much, but there is something, right? I think we can start from this. Like, for example, this description is not bad at all. You know what? It's not bad. I mean, it's very minimal, right? This description is very minimal, but I think it's better than nothing. I think we can start from this, and we can... Do you think the ChatGPT can read a Google Doc, or can change a Google Doc? Probably not. Huh? Let me ask. Can you read a Google Doc like this one? I think I need to give him access, but I would give him access if it's possible. I don't know if he can edit a Google Doc, because if we could edit it, you know, we can tell him what to do. We can give the basic description, and we can say to... How can I enable you? How can I enable you to edit the sheet? If you could edit the sheet, it would be fantastic. I mean, I can export it obviously, but connect the Google Drive integration, then grants his permission to access the spreadsheet. Oh wow. Yes. How can I do this? Uh-oh, he's using my account. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit, we are giving him the whole set of access. Oh fuck. No, I don't want this. I mean, it's a bit too much. We will export it, and we will ask to change it. I think that's the simplest. So I can do this. I don't want to give him access to my whole Google Drive. He can read everything. I mean, it's just plain shift stuff, but still. I think what we can do, we can export this, right? We can export. I don't know if he prefers ODS or XLS or CSV, but CSV will be a mess. So do you prefer an ODS? So it is easier. Is it easier for you to work on an ODS file or an XLS file? Which one? Hello, Ula, good evening. You still don't understand what you did today? You will see it soon, because basically whenever you kill a certain number of creatures, you will get a message in the compendium, right? So that is that's the idea. Okay, he prefers an Excel file. So we can download an Excel file. We can put it temporarily. I think I would like really to put in a temporary directory so that I will then delete it, you know, whenever. Mythical temp 4. Temp 4 is insane. Okay, compendium items. And we can also re-import, right, from, well, we will probably just copy paste. I think it's fine. Okay, so now. Now. One second. This, yes. Well. What the fuck? Was black on black. Okay, I think I will cut off. I think I will cut off all the stuff that we already have because I don't care about it. We will leave only this, right? We will leave only this in the file. And by the way, we need to add. We need to add the. So I think the activation is not a problem at the moment. Is there anything new that we added? I mean, the quill drakes, right? Did we add anything else apart from the quill drakes in the last few years? Good question. We added a different type of pet, but not the... Yeah. So okay. So we have the quill drake, the lava quill drake, the crystal quill drake, right? In theory, there is also the Reevnak, but it's not a monster. We don't have the Reevnak in the. We don't have the Reevnak in the list, which actually is a pity, though. I think we should. Even if he has no combat capability. And also I think we should have the Pterosaur, right? I don't know why they're not listed here. I think it's because I copied them from our monster strength file. No. Fuck. Did it anyway. I didn't want to show that file, but it's fine. Yeah, it's taken 1-to-1 from that. It's taken 101 from that. So he's also missing, but it's strange because he has the rogue, but he doesn't have the. That's a bit weird, huh? Karkaras, Gobble, Tefusang, Senarangma, Eagle, Serpent, Trapor, Marfusang, and is missing again. Is missing again. Sapling, Quilling, Transformer. So in theory the Quildrake is considered a greater creature, but you know what? I think we can put it here. Quildrake 315. Quildrake 315. Sapling. Riverling, Armored Riverling, Dark Rogue, Poison, Velnishi, Grendel, Adult Flyed. Yeah, this Grendel 3 doesn't exist at the moment. Onyx, Fire, Ulbernaut, Imago, Toxic, Crystal. Imago. Lava. There is a list of all the monsters that we have. Crystal. Another 34. Okay. Okay, I think on top of this we can add the Hello Ned. Where and what is a Quildrake? You never seen them? Yes, we are missing all the bosses, you are right. We are missing all the bosses actually. Missing the bosses and we are missing the but the bosses will not be very easy, but anyway. The bosses I wanted to put in also the Pterosaur. Hello! Who joined? Hello, Marx Monsterman. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hello, hello. Welcome, people. Hello. Oh my god, that's a lot of bombs. That's a lot of bombs. Wow. That's really many bombs. I think we can call them like non-aggressive creatures or something like that. Or pets or whatever. Pets and not aggressive. Pets and not aggressive, right? Now let me see. How do I catch them all? Well, we have them all in this table, right? We have them all in this table. The problem is the one that we didn't put already. So it's a bit annoying, but I can go through the list and I think I have them all. I think. Well. Yeah, I think I should just rely on my memory, that's easier. But anyway, Groffel and Yulbar, I think we should put them there. Pterosaur. But wait, I will arrive there, I will arrive there. Yeah, for example, also the Dergir, right? The Dergir is a non-aggressive creature that somehow it should be. It should be there. I don't know why the text became so small, but anyway. We also have Granite. Yes, we also have these new ones, huh? Granite Dergir and Agade Dergir. That I think they are not really in game, but I think that Warjet used them sometimes for some events. 50 and 70. 50 and 70. Cormi. Cormi, for example. Why is not doing anymore the thing that splitting it properly? I don't know. Cormi. We made it a bit bigger. Okay. Cormi. Drifter 83. These are all non-aggressive creatures. I mean, unless you starve them, and then maybe they will be aggressive. Pterosaur is here, is 92. This is the internal ID, okay. Oh, there is also a Crystal Yulbar. She's 102. A Desert Reefnack, 103, but okay. Okay, I think that's all. I mean, that's all excluding the bosses, right? How do I get a list of all the bosses? How do I get a list of all the bosses? Hello, Sulfrots. The wild Pterosaur. Okay, I can put the wild Pterosaur as well, even if it's not a race, but it's fine. Let me see. Wild. No. Cannot find it. Why I cannot find it? I cannot find the I don't know what's his ID. Seems it doesn't exist, but obviously it does. How do I find all the bosses in the database? It's not very easy because they are just creatures, right? They are just creatures like the others. They are like special NPC, right? But they are not flagged. They're not flagged as bosses in any way. Fuck, these guys are always below ground. I don't know why. We will redo completely this level, by the way, sooner or later. Where did they go? They are always below ground all the time. Ah, jeez. It's not time to play hide and seek now. Where the hell are they? They are not even underground. They are just disappeared completely. They are not even underground. Who's sleeping there? Who is sleeping there? I saw you sleeping. Above me? I don't know. Ah! I think it's falling down then. So I reset this guy at least. But where is the other guy? I think it's just called Pterosaur. Why you call it wild? Because his loot is wild, or why? Because his loot is wild, probably, huh? Why you call it wild Pterosaur? Is his name? Because I cannot find it by name that way. I cannot find it. Okay, let me do something different. Let me search by sector. Okay, I found him. Ah, because it's called wild Pterosaur in one name. Like the name is the name and the last name are not split properly. Yeah, I think the name of this guy is wrong. So he's named, yeah. So the first name is Wild Pterosaur. The first name is the full name. I don't know how to say, but anyway, that is why I was not finding him. I don't know if we can do this one, by the way, separate. At the moment, I don't know if I have the technology at the moment to split this guy in its own in its own loot and stuff. I don't think so. Also, this guy has no loot, or no, he has loot. Well, I don't know. He has a master. I don't know. I don't know. I think this guy's a bit broken. But anyway, I will leave the wild pterosaur out for now, or maybe I can keep it as a note. But at the moment, it's not. Is he aggressive or not? No, it's called wild pterosaur. Yeah. I don't know, I can keep a note, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it. At the moment. Maybe we would think about it, but this guy is a bit of a problem compared to everything else. Now, my problem is how to find the bosses. I mean, one way is to look at the scale. Yeah, maybe if we look at the scale. Ah, there is a default boss spawn rule. Ah, very nice. Default boss 195. Okay, 1 second. So if we do, are we in the right database? Yes, we are. If we do this and then we do when spawn rule equal to 195, we get Marangma, Zatlak, Stalks, One Claw, and Blackroot. But Marangma, I think that this Marangma always confuse me. Marangma. Is there only one? There is only one, huh? Okay, so these are the ones that are explicitly flagged as bosses, but for example is missing Xalpalok, right? Just as an example. So it's not really the right list. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's not the right list. It's better than none, but oops. Are there other bosses that you know of? Let me do just a check by scale. Let me just do a check by scale. I think I did the same query a few days ago. Select name from characters C, character variables cv where c.id equal to cv dot character id and cv dot name equal to scale and cv dot value greater is a freaking variable, is a string. I don't know, let me see if it's possible to let me see if it's possible, but probably not. Name is ambiguous. What do you mean name is ambiguous? C.name, yes. Okay, we got also the museum creatures. So there is a museum creature, there is a museum creature, museum creature, museum creatures, museum creatures. So all these one are museum creatures. So I would say that we have them all then. I would say we have them all. Okay. Okay, now that we have this file is very nice. This file is very, 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 very nice. Toxic clacker. Thank you. Toxic clacker is missing. Because the scale is 1.5 and I did greater than 1.5. Yeah. Yeah. Now is he? There is also an ugly rat. Is the ugly rat the museum as well? Ugly rat doesn't exist in game. It's not loaded. No, well, maybe it is with the same trick of the name last name. I think ugly rat was an idea that never became a reality. It's very strange. Maybe it was an event creature. Whatever. I think if we don't have them 100%, we have them 99%, and it's good enough. Okay. So now the question is, right? The question is, if I give, okay, so read this Excel file, right? Read this Excel file. We're gonna give him the Excel file, right? We're gonna give him the Excel file that is here. At the moment it is locked, so probably I have to close it, otherwise it will not work. But anyway, so read this Excel file and read this page that describes all the creatures we have in the game. This one, right? So without adding any new rows, right? Fill in the columns. Fill in the columns. Fill in the columns. Description. Fill in these columns. One, description and picture. Right? It provides a visual description of the creature. 2, habitat. Describes where it lives and the daily night cycle, if any. Probably ecology is the, well, ecology is usually what they eat, eh? Ecology, what they eat. Is the night-day cycle part of ecology? Yeah, probably yes. Is night-day cycle part of ecology? Yeah. So in the habitat is just where they live, not when they come out, right? So maybe, you know, the habitat can also describe the type of homes, right? And then there is the combat, right? The combat and the spoils. Not the combat, because the spoils we generated. Type of weapons and fighting combat style. Special moves, right? Okay, now for the special moves, right? Read the monster strength Excel and in particular the weapon skill and armor. Armor and one weapon, right? And one weapon. I can give him this file so he can read it from there. I can give him that file. That file is, where the hell is this? This file is here. Okay. Okay, so for the columns, no, for the rows where you find no information, for the rows where you didn't find any information, mark them as without adding any new rows, fill in this column of the file compendium items xlxx. For the rows where you didn't find any information, mark them as unknown or need more info or need info, and we will work on those later on, right? Yeah, consider the creatures page also has the pictures. So basically what I'm asking him to summarize the information that is on the wiki, the information that we have inside the monster strength, and to mark the ones that he feels are not good, right? Let's see what it does. At least it will be a much easier start than starting from scratch, right? So that would be so much easier. I think it would be very nice if I could give him also all the scripts associated to the special monsters, but that is not super easy. I will have to, so for example, right, for example, okay, so it's comparing the stuff and he's trying to merge. Now, in theory, we could also give him a book, right? So we have some books. We have some books on creatures. Now, yeah, I also have to give him the books, that's for sure. I have to give him the books, my boys. I have to give him the books. I didn't think about it. Can I stop it? Well, I don't know. Maybe I should let it go and then we add more stuff on top. But we have books, right, that are describing creatures. Can I stop him? Do you think he will continue? I mean, he will restart properly if I will stop him. In addition to the above, read also these books that contain game lore. Right, so in here I'm giving him a bunch of stuff, so including this one, let me say, wait for me to tell you I loaded all the books before you continue with the reasoning. So I want you to read this one. I want you to read this one, this one, this one, this one. This one. This one. This one, this one, this one. I'm giving him all the in-game books, right? I'm giving him all the in-game books. What is the last one I gave him? Okay. Consumer. This, oh my god, this one is insanely long. There is a book called Clacker Ecology. Can you believe it? It's a whole book just on the Clacker ecology. Interesting. Okay, I think that's all. I think that's all. Okay, these are all the books. Well, in theory, for some of the major creatures, but we can. Okay, these are all the books. You can continue with the task. You can continue with the task, my boy. Let's do it. So this will save me a lot of work, right? If we can really take all the information that we have on the wiki and split it properly by the different entries that go into the compendium, I mean, that would be so much easier for me. We'll just have to decide on how they are discovered, but goodbye, Ned. You are missing the name mobs, like Guil and the Rogues. Yeah, maybe single. I mean, single people. I don't know. Probably. I mean, we can. I have to think about it. We can, but I don't know.
You expect me to believe that?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Probably not. But it's working for us, you see? It's working for us. In the Monster Excel, do we have the armor? Yes, we do, but we don't have a specific armor. Sorry, we don't assign specific armor to creatures. Why? They have it natural, I guess, but he has the natural armor, but the natural armor is not really. Yeah, he has the natural armor, but the natural armor is not in that file. So the I don't know. I don't think you can infer that. Sorry, he's writing in Italian here, but he's saying that he's reading the fighting data, that is verifying and analyzing the monster stats and the races, that is filling in the Excel, that is extracting monster stats, that is searching on the web for that and that, that is compiling. At the moment he's saying that he's compiling the creature sheet, so it seems that now he's filling in the Excel that I asked him, right? Looks like. Wow. It's taking more time than I was expecting, but fine. It's taking significantly more time than I was expecting. But is working on it. Meanwhile, we can decide. So let's assume that he does that job, right? So the thing that we will have to do ourselves, right, is to fill in these two columns. The activation, well, actually all the activation columns we need to fill in theory, right? Yeah, but the one that I really care at the moment is the combat activation and the spoils activation. So the question is, how many kills we need to unlock the Kikiri combat description. I mean, that one is a very, very silly one, right? So it could really be, I don't know, 5 and 5. So you or 7 or 4 and 7, right? I think 4 and 7 I think is more than enough. Why the K became uppercase? Just to be annoying. Should not be uppercase. Should not be uppercase. Okay, I don't know what it's doing. So one Hydrate. Now here I would go a bit higher, right? So I think that, I mean, first question is combat more important than spoils? No, I think spoils is more important than combat, right? So combat should always be lower than spoils, right? So how many rats you want to kill before you get the exact spoil, the exact combat information? 10 and 20 for the spoils. I mean, I can go higher, I can go 50, but I can go 20 and 40, but I don't know. 20 and 35, there's too many. I mean, it's just rats, so they're very easy to kill. You can kill so many in so little time, right? Now, if you're speaking of clock drones, these are also very easy to kill. They're a bit harder to find, but they're pretty much, you know. So maybe here we lower the value because it's slightly harder. So we do like a 1530. I think for all this one we should do the same, by the way. I think probably all this should be the same. I think 1530. And now the big question is, as we go up, is the number going down or is the number going up? I mean, like for the bosses, I think it can be something like 720. But for these guys, I think it can probably be 1530 everywhere. I think it can be 1530 everywhere. I think I'm just keeping this one a bit higher just because it's so common, right? But I could go 1530 also here. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Now this block, right? This block, they start to be harder, but do we still want to go 1530 or not? Do you have any suggestions, guys? There is the number of kills you have to do to discover in the compendium, the combat information, and the spoils of war information. I think it should probably be the same for everyone. Because as it goes up, they are harder, but it also makes sense that, like for example, the Clocked Queen maybe is more rare, right? So I think it's harder to kill, but I'm not very positive in going below 15 because I think 15 is a number that you can do very easily, right? And 30 is a number you can do also kind of easy. I mean, should the number be 50 or 100? Right, that's the question. But I think the answer is no. I think if it becomes too much, right, is not reasonable. I think 1530 is a good number. I will probably use the same everywhere. I will probably use the same everywhere. Consider that a veteran player can kill, you know, dozens of these things very quickly, right? So in reality, for a veteran player, this doesn't really. But the idea is not to think to the veteran player, right? To think to a player that is just progressing normally through his life and is you know. And consider when you do 15 here, you did 15 for this as well, right? So when you finish this, you're only missing 15 for this because they count. Every kill counts for both columns. So now for the non-aggressive, I think this will be empty, right? Because they're not aggressive, so they don't fight and they don't, so they don't give loot. So this should be empty here. Now the question is for the greater monsters. So should a greater monster, I mean, these are definitely harder to kill, right? But you know, the idea is that when you start to kill them, you have more power. So I think that the time is about the same. I don't know. I think I will do everywhere 1530. I think I will do everywhere 1530. I think it's a decent number, and I think we can use it everywhere. Now, maybe the unique monsters like the Lavar is only one, right? Is only one, right? And he responds not that quick, maybe. So maybe for this guy you can go 1020, right? Or yeah, you can maybe go to 1020. I don't know why this guy is continuously uppercasing my K. And this guy the same, right? Because they respawn very weirdly. Can even be 15 maybe, but let's say 1020. Now for the bosses, I mean the bosses are very hard to kill, and also only the last hit, right, counts. So if you want to discover the spoils of war of the boss, right? I think that if we go like 715 or something like that is already a lot, because you need to be the last hitters, the last hitter, right? So maybe we do 1020 as well, but 1020 I think is a lot. I mean, I feel that this 20 is already kind of a lot, right? So something that maybe you do, yeah, but these are the final bosses, so I think it could make sense. The problem is that when we decided, we cannot really change it easily, right? Because people will start to do these achievements, and if we change the number as we go, it's kind of stupid, right? So okay, let's see if meanwhile okay, he completed the workbook without adding or removing rows. I populated description and picture habitat ecology and combat for all the 77 existing creature entity, combining the Planeshift Creature Compendium, the lore book you supplied, unsupported entry. Particularly the 6 bosses are marked need info. The existing helper formula colony were preserved. Very nice. Very, very nice. Uh-oh. The sheet is completely empty. Huh? No. Why? The sheet is completely empty. Let me download it maybe. It's completely empty. He didn't do it? Ah, it did it, it did it. It did it, my boys. Very nice. It's not bad. I mean, it's a bit short, right? Yeah, these are a bit short, but it's because also we have them a bit short in the... let me take, for example, the clacker, right? For the clacker, we have a wall ecology. Okay, so the combat, he actually added the... Okay, so the combat is a problem, right? For the combat column, we need a... how do you say when you want a description that is not including numbers, but just a textual indication, right? So, for example, for melee 5 and fast low damage attack, right? Considering the skill range is between the maximum skill range is what? The maximum skill range is 200. We already used 200? Yeah, we used 200. Between 0 and 200, it can say something like something like attacks uses primarily melee attacks with fast low damage, piercing, fast low damage piercing attacks, his combat skills are very low. Right, and for the armor, Yeah, the problem of the armor is that the armor is using the carapace, so it's using the natural armor. So I think that for the armor, the only way would be to extract it from the race info table, right? But is that easy to do? Yeah, it is, maybe. So from the race info table, there is a natural armor. There is a natural armor. I will have to create a query ad hoc, actually. I will have to create a query ad hoc. Because I will have to select race info where race info race gender ID is equal to, well, a character assigned to D is equal to race info ID and race info ID, and then I need to put in item stats as well, huh? And race info armor ID is equal to est.id and c.id is in and c.id is in this list, right? Is in this list. Right? Can you transform this list of numbers into a list comma separated on one line? Fantastic. Now, yeah, there is a problem for the bosses, right? Because the bosses are actually different, so they are completely different. So maybe the bosses we just do it separate. So starting from 100, 157. Yeah, maybe these ones we don't. And I think we extract the character ID, the name, the last name, and then we extract the IST blunt, IST pierce, and IST slash, right? What the fuck? It didn't work at all. It did not work at all. Why? Ah, because it is the race ID. No! Because this... Oh my god. No, that's a very bad news. That's a very bad news. No, it's not. 37. No, this should be the master NPC, right? Is it the master NPC or is it the race? If it's the race, it's a mess. 37 Kikiri. 37. Ah, fuck. No. Why? Ah, fuck. This number is wrong. Because it is the race ID. I mean, the race ID is not bad, but it's not what I need, right? So what I needed the I need a master ID. I have the master IDs. I have them. Are these ones, right? But are they reliable from beginning to end? I have to be very careful because these things are separated differently. Yeah, for example, the Quill Drake is ordered differently. No! Of these ones, I only have the races. No! We are fucked. No. No, there was one missing. No! There was one missing, boys. The expert gladiator. Shit. Hey, these ones are not usable. But anyway, they're not aggressive, so we don't care. Can you go please at the end? Please, can you go Please, can you go at the end, please? Jesus. I think we need a... Okay, better. Fuck, they're all the same. They're all the same. No! They're all the same. They're all the same. For the armor, use the armor skill column saying light, medium, heavy, and then use this new table for the protection that goes from 1 to 5, where 1 is the lowest. Again, don't use numbers, use text description. Also, there was one missing, the expert gladiator, so I have to... Well, maybe we can add it at the end, I don't know. To give you the file again. Okay, we can give him the file again. I don't know for the day and night cycle, because he added all that need info, right? So we give him the new file, eh? Maybe I close it, because I know that when it's locked, I guess you cannot write it, right? And also this one, we close it. Okay, let's see what we can do. I gave him a lot of information, really. I gave him all the books, I gave him, you know, all the database data, all the wiki, all the descriptions. Also, I think he has a lot of data now to work on. I gave him also all the stats coming from the database in terms of strength of the armor and strength of the weapons. And I think he can do a good job actually. And we can expand those descriptions in the future, right? So we can have just the first pass like this, and then if any one of you, I think Gonger said he wanted to help on the descriptions, so that would be nice. Now the other thing that we need to decide is how are the descriptions, ecology and habitat discovered? Usually the idea was the description was coming from an ability, so like the skill ability inspect creatures, and so if I search compendium, no. Compendium activation. Yeah, compendium activation. Yeah, so the description should come from the normal inspection, right? And the habitat and the ecology, we wanted to have it from the books, and the combat and the spoils are coming from the kills, right? So so I don't know if we have enough books, but I think we have some, right? We have some. I mean, description is easy. We just use the skill ability on all. Still running, guys. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to do apart from waiting this to finish and then set in the same file all the skill activation by lesser creature, medium creature and greater creature, and then we decided the kills values, right? So that we have, and this will populate a minimum description, which I think for now will be enough. I think the best would be create images, right? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking if we should do a hand drawn image, right, of the creature. I think he can do it. I think he can do it very easily. So I can give him this thing, which by the way probably is not even up to date anymore. I think we have a better one than this. Where do I have it? I mean, I have it with the cards, right? Well, I don't have the rats though. I don't think I have the rats in the card game. No, in the card game there are no rats. So this one probably needs to be taken again. But the point is, if I copy this and I ask, I don't know, we can go with Gemini or we can go with, I don't know, he's good at doing things like this, but I'm creating a journal in my game where players will, well, let's say a bestiary in my game where the players will discover information about the creatures in the game. I want to provide one hand-drawn picture of the creature. Example, this one is example, this one is a one-eyed rat. The description reads boom. Can you create the drawing to add to the bestiary? The only problem is that I think I need to do it with one of the AI where I'm paying the thing, because when I'm paying the fee, because otherwise, like, this one will expire after 2 pictures, right? Oh, and by the way, it seems that I cannot even send it out. Why? What happened? Huh? Because, you know, the screenshots unfortunately are not really nice, right? Because our creatures are not that nice. So I would say maybe we can in the bestiary have a nice picture, right? So at least you, when you are like reading the bestiary, you get a nice picture instead of a bad. Yeah, exactly. So would you prefer something like this to the screenshot? I would say yes, maybe without text though. I think that the text is pretty bad. Explorers Guild. Why there is the Explorers Guild? I think he read it on the web somehow. Nice, but now I have 2 constraints though, that the size of the picture should pretty much always be the same. So the ratio of the compendium is kind of a square at the moment. Now we can change it, but the idea is that the picture should be pretty much always the same size. So let me see. Let me see the ratio of the picture. ratio of the picture. Bara bara bam. By the way, guys, how are you today? I will have to go a bit earlier tonight because tomorrow morning I have to wake up early and do a bunch of stuff as well. So yeah, I think I will go soon. Tomorrow is Wednesday, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so the picture sits here in the middle, right? The problem is that, as you can see, is very vertical, right? And so would you prefer having would you prefer having a screenshot, or you would prefer to have a nice drawing? But the nice drawing obviously is made by AI. I mean, I cannot do it myself. Would be an impossible task, right? So you always said I go soon, but every time you go at the same hour. Yeah, because I want to go soon and then I'm finishing something and I don't go soon. Yeah, you're right. So would you prefer having this picture in the bestiary, which is actually a drawing but is made by AI, or would you go with a screenshot? But unfortunately the screenshot is this, right? There is the screenshot because our creature, it looks like that. I mean, it's not really the best. So I think that the drawing, right, is nicer. I don't understand why he did all these stains on it, but fine, I can delete the stains, I guess. So I can start to store it like this, and then the problem is how many of this one we can generate reasonably. Well, if we do a few a day, I think that we can do it. Let me see, did we get these ones from any place? Sketches racial. Sketches racial. Yeah, they're all here. let's create a new directory and say hand drone. I mean, the style obviously is hand drone, but, and we will call it, I don't know why it should be a JFIF, right? But JFIF. I think we will have to delete the shit, but anyway, maybe we keep it. I don't know. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty cool. Let me try another one and then we see. Because I would like to try another that is very similar and see if it's doing something different, right? So like the other one is, for example, this one, right? This one actually has 3 eyes. Interesting. It doesn't say that he has 3 eyes, but it does. I'm not sure why I have a pro in Gemini, right? I don't think I'm not paying for Gemini at the moment. Why I'm using a pro? Maybe they give you the possibility to bro, it must be Andron. You forgot that, huh? You already forgot. Like 1 second, you already forgot what he was doing. Do you think that Unreal can load this JGIF? JFIF? I think it can, huh? As a kind of a newer format, I never really used it. No, in fact, JFIF is not readable by. Is not readable by Unreal. I hope it is readable by GIMP. Yes, it is. So we will have to resave it in holy shit. It looks really evil. Wow. It looks really evil. Do we want it in colors or do we want it in without colors? I think it's better without colors. Because it's nice with colors, but this thing is evil. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. Do you prefer it? You prefer it with colors or without colors? I don't know. I think I would save them both and then we will see. Okay, guys, I think I'm going. Okay, I think I'm going. He added some text here. I prefer to don't meet him. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But you know, this can go in the compendium, right? This can go in the compendium, and I think would be much easier. I mean, much nicer to see than just what we have now, which is just a screenshot, right? So, and I think I like to do it without a screenshot, so that when we upgrade our graphics, if will ever happen, I don't know, but assuming that we upgrade one creature one day, you know, we don't have to change the compendium as well, right? So he stays as is, right? So which is nice. Okay. Okay, guys, it's time to go. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Now, I think we have pretty much everything done, right? So I mean, assuming that this guy completed the work. Yes, he completed the work, right? I completed the work, so I think we will use this. I will review it. Maybe we can do it tomorrow, right? We can review it and see if he did anything stupid. Hopefully not. And if he didn't do anything stupid, we would just put it in game like this. I have to do a server update, so it's only server side, and then done. Okay. So have a good night. See you. Bye bye. Have a good night. Yeah, the pictures will require a client update. The pictures, but the description, no. The description is all sent from the server to the client. So you get the text sent by the server, so we can release it tomorrow. There's no problem. Bye.